Hello friends, a very good evening to all of you and welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I hope I am clearly visible and audible to all of you. So please quickly confirm if I'm audible and visible to all of you. Come on, so that we can quickly start with last lap to XAT 2023. All right, Sankirtana, good evening to all of you. Good evening, friends. So friends, welcome back once again on YouTube channel with a brand new series of sessions for all of you. Now this is last lap to XAT 2023 and today it's the first session in this series of sessions that will take you towards the final examination of XAT 2023. Now XAT 2023 is being scheduled on 8th of January. All of us know that, and 8th of January, we don't have much time towards that. We have just a little more than 2 weeks. And this last lap to XAT 2023, this is a series of 12 sessions that has started today, 21st of December, and will take you through this series up till 1st of January. Right. So there will be 12 power packed sessions which will basically help you in the revision. Obviously preparation to ho chuki hogi sabki, so this basically will help you in the revision of different topics, different sections for XAT 2023. Yes, there will be sessions on quant, logical reasoning, data interpretation, verbal, as well as there will be plenty of sessions on decision making that we'll be conducting for all of you. All right. Okay. Sankirtana, yes, why not? You can expect the questions from statistics in XAT as well. Yes, previously some questions have been asked from statistics in XAT examination. So yes, you can expect any kind of question on that as well. All right. Now let us start. Let us begin with this series of sessions with the first session on arithmetic, and we'll be today looking at a different type of questions on arithmetic that you can expect to appear in XAT 2023. Definitely the level of difficulty of XAT examination is much higher as compared to any other examination. Also, in XAT, what you need to do is you need to take care of the sectional cutoff as well as the total cutoff for XLRI programs. So for XLRI programs, I can say that the sectional cutoffs are not at a very higher side because the level of difficulty of examination is on the higher side. Only one of these two things can be higher. So level of difficulty high hoga ya fir cutoff high hoga. So here the level of difficulty is high. So that is why the cutoffs are on the lower side. So I can say that in whatever time that you have for XAT during the examination, yeah, XAT gives you plenty of time, somewhere around 3 hours for this paper. So 3 hours may you can attempt somewhere around 10 to 11 questions from each of the sections, and that will easily take care about the sectional cutoffs as well as the overall cutoff of XAT for XLRI. All right, ठीक है. So start करते हैं ये वाला session. Uh, Talking about quantitative ability, if I'll talk about the weightage of arithmetic, then we'll have a look at the weightage as well. So today we are going to take on arithmetic, and for any of the examination, you can say that arithmetic is one of the most important areas, comprising of somewhere around 35 to 45% of the questions of quant section. But surprisingly, yes, there is a surprise for all of you. Surprisingly, if I look at the trend of last few years, whatever we have just seen, the weightage of arithmetic in QA section, yes, in most of these years, yes, the weightage was somewhere around 1/4 or 1/3. But surprisingly, last year, there was only one question. So we'll see. So these are the topics that will come under arithmetic. So percentage and its applications, ratio and its applications in mixtures, allegations, averages, time and work, and time, speed, and distance. Definitely, the nature of the question is slightly difficult, and the questions that you will see in that will be bulky as well. So it might be possible that the level of difficulty of any particular question is low, but the question will be bulky, it will be lengthy, so it will take you more amount of time to find the final answer. right? Now, looking at the trend over the last 5 years, so starting from 2018 up till 2021, you could see that arithmetic was among the majority of the questions. So 2018, 7 out of 21 questions, one third. In 2019, it is even more than one third. All right. In 2020, again, it is more than one third, and 2021, approximately one third. Surprisingly, in 2022, that means the last examination of XAT, out of total 19 questions in quant, there was only one question on arithmetic. So, yes, that was a big surprise for all of us, right? So, this is just an exception. There were a lot of questions from number system, there were some questions from geometry as well, but only one question, surprisingly, from arithmetic. But that does not disturbs the trend that we have seen over last 10 years or 15 years. So pick up the trends of last 14 15 years, you will see arithmetic comprising of the majority of the questions in the QA section of XAT as well. Okay, so on the similar lines, on the same lines, let us start our practice towards the arithmetic section of XAT. Now in this session, I have taken around 10 questions. The level of difficulty will be higher. The time that we are going to solve, that we are going to take to solve these questions will be much higher as compared to the questions that we have solved in the series of SNAP or Narsi or maybe CAT. Yes, definitely the level of difficulty is above the level of difficulty of CAT as well. Right? So let us begin solving the questions. So all of you must be waiting for that. Preet will be discussing about algebra and geometry in separate sessions. So today we'll be focusing only on arithmetic. That is why I have covered each and everything related to arithmetic, the trend, the topics, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay, so Rishabh, definitely PNC and probability will also take that chapter as well in this series. But today, the most important area in that is arithmetic. Let us start with the practice questions. Okay, so first question on your screen will appear in a few moments. I'll be giving you somewhere around 1 minute, not 30 seconds, जो मैं normally time देता था in other sessions because snap में level of difficulty बहुत low होता है. That is why I used to give less amount of time. But today I'll be giving you enough amount of time, somewhere around 1 minute. Though 1 minute might not be enough to solve these questions, but in this 1 minute, you can understand the structure of the question and you can start solving. And parallelly, like I'll also start solving and we can understand the concept, the logic behind the questions. All right. So let us begin. The first question on your screen now. I want each and every one of you to be solving these questions. Try to find the answer and post it in the chat box. All the very best to all of you. First question on your screen now. Like I said that the questions will be slightly bulky in nature. So this is the first question on your screen. A cafe owner decided to make 6 different flavors of muffins for Christmas Eve. He decided to make equal quantities of all the flavors of muffins. Don't neglect any of the statements. But as per the availability of ingredients in the market, he could only make different flavors of muffins in the ratio that is given. The total number of muffins he could make was 92% of the total muffins that he wanted to make. What is the number of flavors of muffins whose quantity was less than the expected quantity? Yes, Shadia, we will have session on DI questions as well. Don't you worry. All right, Deepak. So Deepak is the first one to give the answer. That is option A, 5. Gaurav says option B, 4. I'll give you a few more seconds and then I'll start with the discussion. All right. So let us begin. Now, cafe owner decided to make 6 different flavors. He decided to make equal quantities of all the flavors. So let's say the number of muffins that he decided to make is 100. All right. Total number of muffins. Now, for each flavor, the number of muffins, since it is equal, so it will be 100 upon 6. So approximately 16.67 will be the number of muffins for each flavor. Now I'm taking this number. I understand that this is in terms of decimal. Number of muffins cannot be in terms of decimal, but we are not bothered about the number of muffins here, right? We are bothered about for which of the flavors the quantity that is made reached the expected quantity, it is less than expected or more than expected, right? Now, why I've started with 100? Because I have this thing there, 92%. Now, 92% of any other number will be difficult to calculate. I don't want to add up to any other calculations. So, 100 upon 6, 16.67 should be the value that is targeted, that is expected quantity for everywhere. Okay? Now, he could make only 92%. So, that means he made 92% of 100, that means 92 muffins in total. All right. Now, these 92 muffins are divided in these 6 flavors in the given ratio. Now, the ratio is 6, 9, 8, 10, 6, and 7. Now, if I'll add these numbers, 6 and 9 is 15, and 8, 23, 33, 39, and 46. 46 is the number. Now, 92 is a multiple of 46. This is one good thing for us. So, I can say that the number of muffins that he has actually made for these 6 flavors will be, since the ratio is 6, 9, 8, 10, 6, 7, the sum is 46 and the total number of muffins is 92. So we have to divide 92 in this ratio. So 92 upon 46 is 2, right? So the number of muffins for the first flavor will be 6 into 2, that is 12. For the second muffin, it will be 18. For the third muffin, 16, then 20, then 12, and then 14. All right. Fine. So these are the number of muffins that he has made for each of these flavors. And the target was 16.67 for each of them. So the muffins, the flavor of muffins whose quantity was less than the expected quantity. So 12 is less, 16 is less, again 12 is less, and 14 is less. So there are 4 flavors of muffins for which the quantity made was less than the expected quantity. So the correct answer for this question should be option B, that is 4. So there are 4 flavors for which he made lesser quantity than expected. This question was simple, just a warm-up question. Let's quickly move on towards the next one. Question number 2 on your screen. Now it says that if the difference between simple interest for 2 years at 6.25% on a certain sum and compound interest for 2 years at 12.5% on the same sum compounded annually is 900. Now, generally, the difference is given at the same rate of interest. But now, on simple interest, the rate of interest is 6.25. On compound, it is 12.5. And the difference is given for 2 years. Okay, so basically what they are doing is they are making the complex, the calculations a little bit more complex and the question a little bit more lengthy. Okay. Now we have to find the difference between simple and compound interest for 2 years at 5% on the same sum. So basically the first level here is, the first agenda here in this question is to find out the principal. Okay, so principal find out karna hai and then rest will be an easy task. So Quickly find out the principal and then find out the difference between SI and CI for 2 years at 5% on the same principle. Quickly, quickly. Good. So there are good number of students in the lecture. Nice. And good to see a positive response from all of you. Any answers? All right. So let me begin this. Let me begin solving this question slowly. Okay. Now, simple interest, compound interest, first year and second year. Okay. Now, first of all, if I'll assume that if the principal is P, then simple interest for 2 years at 6.25%. Now, 6.25% in terms of fractions is 1 upon 16. Okay, so simple interest for first year will be P upon 16, and for the second year, again, it is P upon 16. All right, so total simple interest will be P upon 8. Right, this is the first thing. All right, so Gaurav has mentioned that the principal will be 6400. All right, Gaurav, please continue and give me the final answer. Rishabh has given the answer as 16. Good. Okay, great. So simple interest P upon 16, P upon 16, and the total simple interest is P upon 8. Now let us talk about compound interest. The compound interest for the first year, 12.5%. 12.5% is 1 upon 8. So compound interest for the first year will be P upon 8. For the second year, the compound interest will be 12.5 percentage more than the compound interest for the first year. I'll repeat, the compound interest for second year will be 12.5 percentage more than the compound interest for the first year. That means it will be 1/8 more. That means it will be 9 by 8 of the interest of the previous year. So it will be like this. All right. So total compound interest will be P upon 8 plus it will be 9P upon 64. All right. Now, what will be the difference between these two? The difference between these two, P by 8 and P by 8 will be cancelled. So the difference between these two is 9P upon 64, and that is given as 900 in the question. Now look at the way I have made the calculations. I have done the calculations. Look at the way I have written these values. Okay, right? So 9P upon 64 is 900. So I can say that the principal here will be 6400. So yes, Gaurav, you were definitely correct. Okay. All right. So 6400 is the principal. The first part is over. Now, on this principle of 6400, we have to calculate the difference between SI and CI for 2 years at 5% per annum, right? Now, simple interest, compound interest, first year, second year. Okay. Now, first year simple interest will be same as the compound interest. Okay, so simple interest for the first year, it will be 320, 5%. Second year, it will be again 320. Compound interest for the first year will be 320. Compound interest for second year will be 320 plus 5% of 320. Now, what is 5% of 320? It is 16. Now, the difference between this value and this value is only 16. As you can clearly see, 320 is same. So this part and this part will cancel, this part and this part will cancel, and the final answer will be 16. So 16 is the difference between SI and CI for 2 years at 5% per annum. So the correct answer here should be option D. Let's see किस किसने सही आंसर दिया है. So Gaurav, I was waiting for your final answer. Jaidev, Guru, and Rishav, 3 students have given a correct answer. Now, others who could not find the final answer, understand the way I am using to calculate the answers for each and every question. All right? ठीक है. आगे चलते हैं. So the correct answer, yes, it is 16. Let's move on to the next question, question number 3. Question number 3, it gives you the ratio of efficiencies of A, B, and C as 4:2:3. If A can complete the work in 18 days and A, B, and C started the work together, A left after 4 days and B left 3 days before the work was originally scheduled to be completed, then for how many days did C work? Again, normal question on time and work. It's just that the question has been made lengthy. All right. Question easy है, but थोड़ा सा ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा आंसर निकालने में. Friends, please pardon me. I'm not well today. I am having cold. Earlier, I was thinking of canceling this session, but I decided to continue. So please pardon me because like I might sneeze in between. Okay, so please don't mind. All right, any answers for this one? It's a suggestion to all of you to solve these questions in the live format right now. If you are a part of this session, if you are attending this session, then please utilize this time. Okay, don't wait for me to start with the solution. Okay, so Preet is the first one to give an answer. Good, good, very good. All right, any other student? चलिए check करते हैं. Now question says that the ratio of efficiencies of A, B and C is 4:2 is 4:3:2. Now if the ratio of efficiencies is 4:3:2, then the ratio in which the work will be finished, or the ratio of the time taken by A, B and C, will be inverse the ratio of this efficiency. So it will be 1/4 is to 1/3 is to 1/2. This is the ratio of the number of days taken by A, B and C, right? Let us simplify this ratio by multiplying all of them by 12. So it will become 3:4:2. I'm sorry, 3:4:6. Okay, 3:4:6. Right? Okay, I'm getting answers from others. Preet says option A. Diptadeep says option A. Shivam says D. Jadev says D for sure. All right, Jadev, ठीक है. So 3:4:6 is the ratio of the time taken by them. Now, if A has taken 18 days, if A takes 18 days, then B will take 24 and C will take 36 days. All right, the ratio we have obtained 3:4:6, and they have given the number of days taken by A. So based on this, we can write the number of days taken by A, B and C separately. Okay. Now I'll start by assuming the total work. So total work को assume कर लेते हैं, which is LCM of these three numbers, which is 72. So 1 day work of A. So this is the number of days taken by A, B and C. Now 1 day work of A will be 72 upon 18, that is 4. For B, it will be 3, and for C, it is 2. So this is the number of days, quantity of work done by A, B, and C in one day, right? Now, if all of them will work together, then the total number of days taken by them to finish the work will be 72 divided by 4 plus 3 plus 2, that is equal to 8 days. So according to the schedule, if all three of them will work, the work should be finished in a total of 8 days, right? Now the question says that A left after 4 days. So that means A worked for 4 days. A left after 4 days, that means A worked for 4 days. So 4-day work of A, that is 4 into 4, plus B left 3 days before the work was originally scheduled to be completed. So 3 days before, 8 days. So 3 days before 8 days, that means B worked for 5 days. So 5-day work of B, which will be 5 into 3, plus the number of days taken by C, let's say it is X, multiplied by 2, X days work of C should be equal to the total work, that is 72. Now from here, calculate the value of X and you will get the answer. So 72 minus 16 minus 15 divided by 2, that is 72 minus 31, 41 upon 2, that is 20.5. So I can say that C worked for 20.5 days and the work will be finished. And that is the answer. So according to me, the correct answer should be option A. And yes, it is the correct answer. All right. So some of you have given the correct answer. Preet, Diktadeep, your answer is correct. Deepak, your answer is correct. And Priyanshi. So 4 students out of more than 30 students have given a correct answer. Wonderful. But I want each and everyone still to be trying to solve all these questions. ठीक है? चलो आगे चलते हैं. Next question. Okay, Jaydev did silly mistake, no problem. But you were responding well. So you calculated 18, 24 and 36. Nice, good. चलो आगे चलते हैं. So question number 4 on your screen now. Shivansh, try not to commit mistake again. Okay. So there are still some examinations left in future. So make sure that you are attempting all these examinations properly. Now question says that the ratio of income of X and Y is 4:5. Each of them spends some part of his income and the rest is saved. If the ratio of expenditures is 3:4, then which of the following statements must be true? First statement, X's saving as the proportion of his income is higher than that of Y. Saving as the proportion of income. अजीब चीज है ये थोड़ी. ठीक है? So conceptual question है बहुत. B says that Y's saving as a proportion of his income is higher than that of X. C says that they both are same. D says we can't say, we cannot comment. E says it can be either A or C. So it can be either higher, X का higher होगा या फिर equal होंगे, X का low नहीं हो सकता. Okay. So let's see what is going to be the answer for this one. I'll give you a few minutes. No, not a few minutes, just 1 minute to get the answer for this one. All right, so Jaydev has given an answer. Jaydev ने गायब कर दिया आंसर अपना. No problem. Any other answer from anyone else? Jatin says option A. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Keep trying, all of you. Preet cannot be determined. Guru option B. चलो सॉल्व करते हैं इसे. Now, first of all, the ratio of their incomes is given. So let's say income of A and B. So income of A and B, I'm assuming as 4x and 5x respectively. The ratio of their expenditures is given. So expenditures are in the ratio 3:4. So assuming the expenditures as 3y and 4y respectively. So their savings will be 4x minus 3y and 5x minus 4y respectively. Now the options, they are talking about the saving as the proportion of income. Saving as the proportion of income. So if I talk about A, A's saving, that is 4x minus 3y, as the proportion of his income, as the proportion of 4x, can be written as this, which can further be written as 1 minus 3 upon 4 x upon y. All right. Similarly, for B, it can be written as 5x minus 4y divided by 5x, which can be further written as 1 minus 4 upon 5. I'm sorry, एक छोटा सा मिस्टेक कर दिया मैंने. X upon y नहीं, वो y upon x होना चाहिए, ठीक है? But it does not make any difference. But still, I'll make a correction. Okay? So y upon x. Guys, you are saying cat result is out. Okay, nice, nice, nice. So first of all, आज ये session complete कर लेते हैं. Then you can look at your cat result. ठीक है? So session finish करते हैं. So 1 minus 4 upon 5 y upon x. Cat is the story of past. Cat में जो result आना था वही आएगा. Now we can focus on improving our result in XAT. ठीक है? Okay. So these are the expressions for the things which is talked about in the question, right? Okay. Now I can write this as 1 minus 3 upon 4 k, and this one as 1 minus 4 upon 5 k, or 3 upon 4 is 0.75. इसको भी change कर देते हैं, and 4 upon 5 is 0.8. So 0.75 k and 0.8 k, right? Now, which of these values will be higher? Which of these values will be higher? 1 minus 0.75 k or 1 minus 0.8 k? Which of these values will be higher? Definitely, okay, persons were x and y, so x and y. So which of these values will be higher? For A, will it be higher, or for B, it will be higher? So both have 1 minus. Now, जिसमें भी 1 में से कम चीज माइनस हुई है, in whichever portion lesser value is subtracted from 1, that value will be higher. So I can say that the value for x is higher as compared to the value for y. So you can say that x's saving as a proportion of his income is higher than that of y. So correct answer according to me should be option A. So Smriti, Lakshita, Gaurav, some of you have given the same answer. Jatin, yes, your answer is also correct. So Jatin was the first one, and option A definitely is correct. All right. चलिए आगे चलते हैं जल्दी से. Question number 5. Question number 5 is an interesting question. मजेदार this. No, Gaurav, circular track questions actually they are simple. Now this is actually not a question related to the logic of circular races. Circular track लिखा हुआ है, instead of circular, if it would have been a linear track, तो भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So Sohan and Mohan running on two different circular tracks, so they might be having different lengths, huh? Both of them took the same time to complete one round each of their respective tracks. Then after that, they interchanged their tracks and Sohan completed 3 rounds in the time Mohan completed 1 round. Find the ratio of the speeds of Sohan and Mohan. Option D and option A are the answers. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's start solving this one. Again, ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है, but वही lengthy question है. Okay. So Sohan and Mohan are running on two different circular tracks. So let's say Sohan is running on this. I'll call it track of length X, and Mohan is running on this. I'll call it track of length Y. Okay. Let's say S is the speed of Sohan and M is the speed of Mohan. So first of all, they both took same time. So सोहन का ट्रैक फर्स्ट वाला है, मोहन का ट्रैक सेकंड वाला है. इस पे लिख देते हैं नाम सोहन्स ट्रैक and this is Mohan's track. All right. Now, first of all, time taken by Sohan and Mohan to complete their respective tracks is equal. So, time taken by Sohan, it will be x upon speed of Sohan will be equal to time taken by Mohan, that is y upon speed of Mohan. So, I can say that x upon y will be equal to s upon m. Keep it aside. This is the first equation. All right. Now, second relation is they interchange their tracks. So now Sohan will be running on this and Mohan will be running on this track. Okay, they interchange their tracks. And after that, Sohan completed 3 rounds. Sohan completed 3 rounds of track Y. So that means time taken by Sohan will be 3 rounds, distance will be 3y upon S. In the same time, Mohan completed 1 round of the first track. That means x upon m. So from here, I can now say that x upon y will be equal to 3m upon s. All right, this is the second equation. Now I can equate x upon y in both the equations. So s upon m will be equal to 3m upon s. So s square upon m square is equal to 3 upon 1. S upon m will be equal to root 3 upon 1. So the ratio of the speeds of Sohan and Mohan is root 3 upon 1. In the question, what do we have to calculate? We have to calculate the speeds of the ratio of the speeds of Sohan and Mohan. And yes, that is root 3 is to 1, which is option A. ऑप्शन ए ऋषभ, ऑप्शन ए. स्क्वेयर्स का रेशियो नहीं निकालना, हमें स्पीड्स का रेशियो निकालना है. ठीक है. सो आंसर विल बी रूट 3 upon 1. दैट इज ऑप्शन ए. ऑलराइट. So question 5, it was simple, but once again slightly tricky, slightly bulky. Okay, चलो आगे चलते हैं. Question number 6. Question number 6 lengthy question है. Smriti, forget about the square, okay, but don't commit the mistake now. Now, the average age of Mr. and Mrs. X was 30 years when they got married. After a few years, the couple had twins. If the average age of the family of 4, so that means husband, wife, and the twins. So if the average age of the family of 4, when the twins were 6 years old, was 15 by 22th of the average age of the couple just before the birth of the twins, then find the average age of the family of 4 when each of the twins is 20-year-old. Not a difficult question of simple equations, but you will have to take care about like by how much value, by how many years you are increasing the age of any of these members. So you have to be very careful in doing that. All right, Aditya says option C, 37.5. चलिए solve करते हैं slowly. So I'll consider the couple as H for husband and W for wife. ठीक है? So the average age of this couple when they got married. So when they got married, okay, the average age is 30. So the sum will be 60. So husband plus wife, the sum will be 60 because average is 30. After a few years, the couple had twins. So they got married. And let's say after X years, they had twins, right? So twins after X years. So at this point, the sum of their ages will be H plus X and W plus X. All right. When they had twins after X years, so their ages will be H plus X for husband, and for wife, it will be W plus X. Now, if the average age of the family of 4, that means including the twins, when the twins were 6 years old, that means they are talking about another 6 years later. So another 6 years hence, the sum of their ages will be, so husband will be 6 year older, wife will be 6 year older, twins, both of them will be 6 and 6 years old. So I can say that a total of 24, that means a total of 6 into 4 will be added to this age. So I can write it as H plus X plus W plus X plus 6 into 4. All right, 24. So the average age of the family of 4 at this time will be this much. And this is equal to 15 upon 22 times. This is equal to 15 upon 22 times of what? Of the average age of the couple just before the birth of the twins. So just before the birth of the twins, the sum of the age of the couple. So now we have to consider the couple only. So the sum of their ages was H plus X plus W plus X, and the average will be divided by 2. So this is the equation that we have in our hand. ठीक है? अब कुछ कैंसिल कर लेते हैं. 4 कैंसिल हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, 22 will become 11, 2 will become 1. Alright, so मैंने 4 कैंसिल कर दिया डिनोमिनेटर्स में से, and I'll also put the value of H plus W as 60. H plus W as 60. On the left hand side, it will be 11 times ओके, चेक करते हैं गौरव. So 11 times H plus W is 60. 60 plus 24 is 84 plus 2x. I'm simplifying this equation, is equal to 15 times 60 plus 2x. Simplifying this, 15 into 2, so x को एक तरफ रख लेते हैं, 30 minus 22, that is 8x is equal to 900. All right, wait, 22, 30. So 8x is equal to, yes, it is 24, and the value of x will come out to be 3. Okay. सॉरी मैंने हाँ गलती कर दी छोटी सी, वेट। सो 15 नहीं 20, ये क्या हुआ है गाइस? छोटा सा गड़बड़ है हाँ। सो यहाँ पे इट शुड बी 15 अपॉन 22। यस, इट शुड बी 15 अपॉन 22। ओके, सो ये गड़बड़ है। इट शुड बी 15 अपॉन 22 एज पर दी ओरिजिनल। यहाँ पे 15 अपॉन 22 ही था, ठीक है। ऑलराइट, सो 15 अपॉन 22 ही है यहाँ पे। ओके, सो सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं। सो इट विल बी 8x is equal to 840 and 84, 924 minus 900, that is 24. ओके, यस जयदेव, फाइन। हाँ, सो यहाँ पे मिसप्रिंट था, सो आई हैव मेड द करेक्शन। सो x का वैल्यू कितना आ गया? 3। सो द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज 3। ऑलराइट, नाउ इफ द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज 3, now they have to find, we have to find out, wait, the average of the family of 4 when each of the twins is 20-year-old. Now if I'll calculate the sum of the ages of husband and wife when the twins were born, so it was 60 plus 6, that is 66. Another 20 years hence, the age of each member will increase by 20. So the net age will increase by 80, and now the average will be 146 divided by 4. 146 divided by 4, that means 36.5. 36.5 will be the final answer, and the correct answer will be option A. Yes, it is the correct answer. Alright, so some mistake यहाँ पे भी इसको change कर दो, 20/33 नहीं है ये. Okay, so this is not 20/33, this is 15/22. Alright, alright. Now let's move on towards the next question, question number 7. Ram and his wife climb up a moving escalator. Question on escalator थोड़ा सा difficult होते हैं, but I'll give you a method using which can solve it very easily. Ram walks twice as fast as his wife. Now Ram arrives at the top of the escalator when he has taken 40, and wife arrives when she has taken 30 steps. Now find the steps taken by Sham, who is the son of Ram. To reach the top, if Sham walks at 25% slower speed than that of Ram. So take a minute and try to find the answer for this one. Okay, now let's start by taking a few variables. N as the number of steps visible on the escalator when the escalator is stationary. So basically, all of them will have to cover a net distance of n steps. ठीक है? E is the speed of escalator in terms of steps per second. Now, I'll start by assuming the speed of Ram and the wife. So, Ram walks twice as fast as wife. So, wife की speed को S assume कर लेते हैं, S in terms of steps per second. And Ram's speed will be twice of S, again in steps per second. ठीक है? Now, Ram has to cover a net distance of n steps. out of which he has himself taken 40 steps. So I'll make the equation for Ram first of all. So Ram took 40 steps himself, plus some help will be provided by the escalator because Ram is moving in the same direction as that of escalator. So let's say total number of example ले रहा हूं मैं एक at random. So let's say total number of steps is 60. राम ने अपनी तरफ से 40 steps लिए and escalator will also help him. So escalator would have provided him help of 20 steps. But right now we don't know the number of steps in the escalator, right? So the help provided by the escalator will be how much? So help provided by the escalator, first of all, will be at a speed of e steps per second. ठीक है ना? एस्केलेटर जो हेल्प प्रोवाइड करेगा वो किस स्पीड से करेगा? e steps per second. Now escalator will be providing help to Ram for whatever time Ram has spent on the escalator, right? Now Ram himself has taken 40 steps at what speed? At a speed of 2s. So Ram was on the escalator for how much time? 40 upon 2s. And for this much amount of time, escalator has provided him help at a rate of e steps per second, and that will be equal to the total number of steps, that is n. All right. So this is the first equation. Second equation will be for wife. Wife has taken 30 steps. Wife was there on the escalator for 30 upon s. The speed of wife is s for these many seconds. And for these many seconds, escalator will provide help at a rate of e, and wife will also cover a total of n steps. So these are the two equations from which you can find the value of n. All right. So if I'll equate these two equations, if I'll equate them, so I'll get uh, 10 is equal to 10 into E upon S. So E upon S will be equal to 1. From here I got E is equal to S. This is the first relation. Now if E and S are equal, the number of steps on the visible escalator will come out to be 60. So E equal to S substitute kar do. The value of N will be equal to 30 plus 30, that is 60. Okay. So two things we have calculated. E and S are equal and the number of steps visible on the escalator is 60. Done. Now the next thing, the son of Ram, who is Sham, he walks at a speed 25% slower than Ram. So Sham's speed will be equal to 1.5 s. All right. So we have to find out the steps taken by Sham to reach the top. So let's say steps taken by Sham to reach the top is x. Okay. So Sham has taken x steps, right? Now for x steps, his speed was 1.5 s multiplied by e should be equal to 60. Done. Now E and S are equal, it will cancel out. So x plus 2 upon 3x is equal to 60. From here you can find out the value of x. So the value of x will come out to be 5x upon 3, 12 into 3, 36. So the value of x will be 36. So Sham will take 36 steps on this moving escalator to reach the top. So the correct answer is option D, correctly given by Pooja and Preet, both of you. Good. So correct answer, yes, it is option D. Let's quickly move on towards the next one. Question number 8. A simple question on ratios. I believe all of you should be able to do this properly. Tank A contains 1400 liters of oil and paint mixture in the ratio 3:4, and tank B 1800 in the ratio 1:6. 1:5. 60% of solution from A and 80% from B are mixed in C. If 40% of the solution from tank C is replaced with paint, then what is the amount of paint in liters left in tank C? बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. बट कैलकुलेशंस, परसेंटेजेस, रेशियोज थोड़े से ज्यादा हैं. So please deal with this carefully. So tank A 3 is to 4, 1400 को divide करना है, so it will be 600 oil and 800 paint. Similarly, in tank B, oil and paint, 1800 to be divided in the ratio 1 is to 5. So it will be 300 and 1500 respectively, oil and paint. Done. Now 60% of solution is taken from A. So 60% if it is taken from A, so oil will be 60% of 600, that is 360 liters, and paint will be 60% of 800. Right? 60% of 800, that is 480. So this much of oil and paint will come out. And in B, 80% is taken. So that is 240 and 1200. This much is taken from B. Done. Now this entire thing is mixed in another tank C. Done. So in tank C, total oil will be 360 plus 240, that is 600, and total paint will be 480 plus 1200, that is 1680. So this is the configuration of oil and paint in tank C. अब यहां से क्या किया गया, 40% is removed. So 40% is removed. So that means oil that is removed is 40% of this. ओके अब अंडरस्टैंड करो, मैं ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन नहीं करूंगा. हाँ, सो 40% ऑफ एंटायर सॉल्यूशन इज रिमूव्ड. सो ऑयल 40% से कम हो जाएगा एंड पेंट 40% से कम हो जाएगा, राइट? एंड देन 40% इज रिमूव्ड व्हिच इज रिप्लेस्ड विद पेंट. सो कैन आई से दैट जितना ऑयल रिमूव किया होगा उतना पेंट ऐड कर दिया विदाउट रिमूविंग पेंट. Simple, right? So we'll remove 40% of oil. That means 240 liters, and 240 liters of paint will be added. So the net quantity of paint in the final solution will be 1680 plus 240, that is 1920. There is no need to remove paint, right? 40% of the solution is removed and is replaced with paint, right? So paint जितना गया था उतना तो आ ही जाएगा, and जितना ऑयल गया था उसकी जगह भी पेंट आ जाएगा. So whatever oil is removed, that much quantity of paint, if it is added to the original quantity of paint, then it will be fine. So Jadev, no need to calculate that 672, and you will get your answer directly, right? If you would have removed 672, so 1680 minus 672, fine, ये क्वांटिटी ऑफ पेंट हो जाता. अब इसके अंदर क्या ऐड करते, 672 प्लस 240 ऐड करते, जितना रिमूव किया था क्वांटिटी उतना ऐड करेंगे. सो व्हाई टू रिमूव दिस 672, just add the quantity of oil and that will give you the answer. So correct answer is option E, 1920. Okay, चलिए next question, question number 9. Clock was working correctly till noon. However, from noon it started malfunctioning and the speed of the minute hand doubled, but the speed of hour hand remains the same. After noon, at what time will the minute hand and the hour hand of the faulty clock be opposite to each other for the first time? The speed of minute hand doubled, but the speed of hour hand remained the same. Okay. Now you can do this question easily using the concept of relative speeds. Okay. Now, what is the speed of minute hand normally? What is the speed of minute hand? The speed of minute hand is 6 degrees per minute. And speed of hour hand is half degrees per minute. Now, in this case, the speed of minute hand doubled. So, speed of minute hand doubled. So, it became 12 degrees per minute. And the speed of hour hand remained same. So, I can now say that the relative speed of these two hands will be 12 minus half, that is 11.5 degrees per minute, or in fractions it will be 23 upon 2 degrees per minute. And this is the relative speed, right? Now starting 12 noon, so at 12 noon, the angle between the hands is 0 degrees. Now we have to find out the first time after 12 noon when the hands are opposite to each other. That means we have to find out the time when the angle between the hands has become 180 degrees. So the change in angle is 180 degrees with a relative speed of 23 upon 2. So the time taken after 12 o'clock will be 180 divided by 23 upon 2, and that is 360 upon 23 minutes. So 360 divided by 23 minutes after 12 o'clock this will happen. अब इसको क्या करना है, मिक्स फ्रैक्शन में चेंज करना है. So 23 into 1 and कितना बचा, 230, 130 बचा. 23 into 5 is 215, 15 upon 23. So 15 upon 23 minutes after 12 o'clock this will happen, and among the options the correct answer is option A. All right, so this one was pretty easy, not a difficult one, but the concept of clocks as well as relative speeds is applied in this case. ठीक है, आप जल्दी तभी कर पाओगे जब speed of minute hand, speed of hour hand, all these things are on your tips, right? Now let's move on towards the last question of the day. Last question, one of the best questions of this session. मजेदार क्वेश्चन है ये. A train 270 meter in length traveling at a uniform speed overtook a bus. So there are plenty of elements in this. So it overtook a bus which travels parallel to the track at 90 km per hour. So the speed of bus is given. The train whose length is 270 meters, it overtook a bus traveling at 90 km per hour. The train passed the bus in 15 seconds. Now using this information, calculate something. I'm not giving you a hint for this. Now 30 minutes later, the train started overtaking. Please be careful with the language. 30 minutes later, the train started overtaking a scooty and passed it in 10 seconds. How much time in seconds after the train overtook the scooty would the bus overtake the scooty? Let's see who will be the first one to give me a correct answer for this one. All right, so let me start it slowly. So first of all, I'll calculate the speed of train. Okay, so let's do it on the previous page only, the important part, the initial part. So 90 km per hour, as I've already calculated, is 25 meters per second. So train of length 270 meters. The relative speed of train and bus will be the speed of train minus the speed of bus, which is 25. And that will be equal to the time taken by train to completely cross the bus, and which is 15. So the speed of train will come out to be 27 upon 15 is 10, 8, 18. 25 plus 18, that is 43 meters per second. So this is the speed of train. First of all, 43 meters per second, right? Now, in the second stage of this question, there is a scooty. So train again of length, the same train, 270 meters, crosses this scooty. Again, scooty is going in the same direction because overtaking is given. So whenever any object overtakes another, so basically they are moving in same direction. So let's calculate the speed of scooty. So the speed of train, which is 43, minus the speed of scooty, that is equal to the time taken by train to completely cross scooty. So 43 minus 27, speed of scooty will come out to be 16 meters per second. Very good, Jerry. Okay, so let's look at that. Now, language of the question says that a train traveling at uniform speed overtook a bus which travels parallel to the track. So let's say this is the line and this is the bus. So the bus has overtaken, sorry, the train has overtaken the bus, right, at 90 km per hour. Now, from this moment, 30 minutes later, the train started overtaking. From this moment, 30 minutes later, the train started overtaking a scooty. So, scooty is here. So, the train started overtaking the scooty, all right, and passed it in 10 seconds. So, passed it in 10 seconds, right? So, I can say that from position number 1, 2 and 3 of the trains. So position number 1 से position number 3 आने में कितना time लगा? It took 30 minutes and 10 seconds. That means a total of 1800 plus 10. That is 1810 seconds. Alright. So बस को जब overtake कर लिया and scooty को overtake कर लिया, इसके बीच में कितना time है? 1810. Alright. Done. Okay. So मैं second वाली position हटा देता हूं. So I am just looking at the third position of the scooty when the train has overtaken the scooty. Right. Now this will give me the distance between the position of bus and the position of scooty. Position of bus was when the train has overtaken the bus. After 1810 seconds, the scooty has been overtaken. So scooty की position ये होगी and these 1810 seconds में bus भी कुछ ना कुछ distance move कर चुकी होगी. Okay. So basically we'll have to calculate the distance between the bus and the scooty at the same time. Right. So first of all, B1 and S के बीच का distance निकालते हैं and then B2, which is the position of bus when the train has overtaken the scooty. Then हमारा distance आ जाएगा between bus and the scooty at the same time. So train must have traveled a distance of 1810 multiplied by the speed of train, that is 43. From this I'll subtract the distance traveled by bus, okay, in this many time. So जितने टाइम में बस जितने टाइम में ट्रेन आगे गई है उतने टाइम में बस ने भी कुछ डिस्टेंस कवर कर लिया होगा. So that will be 1810 multiplied by the speed of bus. Speed of bus was 25. So this distance between bus and scooty when the train has already overtaken the scooty will be equal to 1810 multiplied by 43 minus 25, that is 18. All right. So this is the distance between the bus and the scooty. Now, the time taken by bus to overtake the scooty will be equal to distance between them divided by the relative speed of bus and scooty. The speed of bus was 25 and the speed of scooty is 16. So the relative speed is 9 and the final answer will be 1810 multiplied by 2. That is 3620. So the time taken by bus to completely overtake the scooty will be equal to 3620 seconds. And do we have it in the options? No. Yes, we do have it in the options. The first option, option A, will be the correct answer. That's it. Okay. So interesting question. Yes, this was option A is the correct answer for this one. Right. Now, go through this session once again if need be and look at the way I have used to solve each and every question. That will definitely help you. All right. So that is all from my side. Some important piece of information for all the students who want to prepare for CAT for the next session next year. Comprehensive session, comprehensive program. The batches are launched and the entire detail are given on the screen, so you can have a look at it and can be a part of BYJU'S Exam Prep. join us for all these sessions that will be conducting for all of you for the last lap to XAT, right? So we'll see you once again. You can follow us on these platforms. Have a nice day. Thank you very much. Yes, definitely, Jaydev will do it in the next sessions. Okay. So have a good day. Bye bye, everyone. We'll see you again. Have a good night.